Hey guys, we are back with some more Vegas Golden Knights GM mode in Eastside Hockey Manager. And as you can see, we're going through with the tank, and we're going to be trading Vadim Shipachyov, as he is 31 years of age, and he didn't do too well last season, to be honest. 5.6 for his average rating. Has a fine average rating. Well, not fine, but better than last year. Currently at 6.91. But I would like to unload him right now so that we could get that first round draft pick from Philadelphia and a fourth as well. So we'll offer that out to Philadelphia, and hopefully they accept. And then we can officially get the tank underway. And don't worry, we will be within the salary floor, as the salary floor is $55 million. We are at $65 million right now. Shipachyov has a salary of 4.5, so that will not be a problem to unload his contract. And it's only for one more year as well. So I figured we may as well get the pick out of him. Or the picks, I should say. And I guess for the rest of this episode, since we're going into... okay, so that wasn't enough. But I guess after we make this trade go through, we will really just, I think, skip through the season, since it's going to be a tanking kind of year. So, and honestly, I'd be fine with the first there for Shipachyov. But as I was saying, since it's not going to be a productive year, we may as well either speed through it or completely skip it, at least in terms of what's going to be shown on screen. So, yeah, let's just see if the trade is accepted here. We get a win there against the Penguins, and that's what we don't want to do, because we're trying to tank here. So, rejected, really. Okay. So what if we added in like a nothing prospect? No, not Zukov. A prospect I know I'm not gonna use. Maybe Ronberg or Patera. Third string goaltender. Let's see, what's his history? He's not bad. But I think I can afford to give them up here. So let's see their interest. We'll need some time to look it over. All right, it's fine with me. Watch, Patera's gonna be like a stud goaltender in the future. But no, his potential said third string goaltender, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. As we get a win from over the Canadians, and there we go. They're taking Vadim Shipachyov and Yuri Patera for a first-round pick from the Philadelphia Flyers. We will make that go through. I'm probably going to get ripped here by the board. Nope. Okay. Good trade. So now what we need to do is dress Alex Tuck and get him back in there. So there you go. And might help to not start Fleury as much, although Fleury wasn't even starting those past games, so guess we'll leave him in there. So, game against the Oilers, overtime win for the Oilers, as what I'd like to see. Still got a point, but obviously we're looking to tank here, so get the fewest amount of points we can here in the Western Conference. Alright, so now that the trade has been made, let us speed through the season, and I will see you guys. You know what? I will pop back in whenever like a big event happens, or like the All-Star game, or a big trade, or something like that. But other than that, guess I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay, so we're actually in fourth right now. So before this spirals out of control, I am going to make some changes here. Maybe mess with the chemistry a little bit somehow. So who's performing well? It's like a veteran. Maybe James Neal. Maybe we get James Neal out of here. $5 million for the next 5 years. So since Neal has a pretty hefty contract, I'd rather get that out of the way now. So I think we are going to trade James Neal, because I don't feel like he's going to be a part of the future of this team. Like, by the time we're good, Neal will probably be like 33, 34, and he'll be dropping off at that point. So I don't really feel like we should be wasting his prime here. So we are going to offer him out to all. As we, of course, cannot find a decent trade here, as all these guys are hacks. So we're going to definitely have to find our own trade. We'll trade him to the Devils. They got Heischer. They got Zaka, who I know simulates pretty well in this game. And then, of course, Henrique. This was before these are the day one rosters. So maybe we'll respond to New Jersey here. We'll see if we can snag their first round pick. Really bad deal for us. And Ratio is even saying we're not certain this deal benefits us. So maybe, well, let me just see what he says with the, yeah, no, I didn't think so. So I don't want to give up too many prospects here. What if I gave up another vet here who we don't necessarily need? Maybe Griffin Reinhart. He's been kind of rotting in the AHL there. Some time to look this over. All right, so they might go through with that. Doubt it. So the Blue Jackets, let's see if any of these teams would be willing to give us a first round pick. Don't like the sound of this offer. Okay. We'll again offer Griffin Reinhart. Gauge interest. Okay. We're at least generating some interest here. So we have two contenders in the Devils and the Blue Jackets for James Neal. And the Devils are right there, but the Blue Jackets are up here, so maybe he would rather go to the Blue Jackets with James Neal. So let's simulate a couple days here to see if we can get him traded. And the Devils have accepted our trade, okay? All right, I wasn't expecting that. I thought because they would have some roster issues, is what the thing said on what Ratio said, rather, I should say. But, you know, that's all right with me. I mean, hey, we're getting a first round pick from a team that's currently not in a playoff spot, so it has the potential to be good, but it also, you know, the Devils, with acquiring James Neal and Griffin Reinhart, might be boosted up to a playoff position, which wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. So let's confirm trade with the Devils, unloading everybody here. Let's take a look. Probably going to get ripped. Yes, I did. Yeah, well, and Stafford placed on waivers. Yeah, that figures. I would have guessed it was Stafford. Now we have to call up a forward here. We will call up Thomas Nosek, since I believe he plays on the Golden Knights roster in real life. So we'll get him in there. And I don't think we're going to be able to trade Fleury. Yeah, no, he has a no trade clause, so it's not like we're going to be able to just start completely tanking. But because as long as we have Fleury, we're not going to be able to tank. But we are gradually moving our better players out of here. So actually, let's assign a captain now, because the game's going to automatically assign a captain if we don't. So I think the captain for right now will be Riley Smith, and the second alternate will be Torrey Krug. There you go. So now let's see if we can start taking some more. All right, so we are at January 1st, and let us renew some contracts here. Claude Carrier, yep. Howley. I'll wait on him. He's not the greatest scout. Greg Malone, yep, definitely want to renew him. Neil Smith. Yeah, sure. I'll renew him. Not the best, but he'll do. John Williams. Oh, yep. Kiniar. Physio. Yep. There you go. Brian Rogers. Got to renew him. And then player contracts I'll wait on. And that looks to be it. Player of the month is Jamie Benn. Rookie of the month is Henrik Samuelsson. Offensive player of the month is Jamie Benn. And defensive player of the month is Shea Weber. So let us move along here. And I believe tomorrow here, in January 2nd, we'll find out, yes, the mid-season draft rankings. So we got to pay close attention to that. So as we go to the, I guess, the scouting page, getting drawn, we will, looks like this guy was scouting the draft. We will send him there. Yep, and Neil Smith was scouting the Golden Knights, so we will, once again, send him out to scout. And this guy was scouting Chicago Wolves, scout team. And then Mark Gannetti, I believe he was also scouting the draft. There you go. All right, so let's take a look at the NHL entry draft. So Jack Hughes, Victor Josephson, Peyton Krebs, Kirby Dack, Trevor Zegras, Valentin Nussbaumer, Sammy Harkonnen, Cam York. Cam York looks pretty good. Oh yeah. He's pretty good. So he might be a good consolation prize if we don't end up getting first overall. But yeah, there you go. Let's get on with the simulation now, and hopefully we continue to lose. I mean, we weren't losing too much to begin with. As you can see, we're 12th, but we're not that far out of 12th. We're only, 2 points from 8th. Actually, 5 points from 4th. And we're only also 3 points from 14th. So it's a very tight conference, actually. As we will, Schmidt is still injured. We'll get Eakin back in there. But we're going to scratch Fleury once again. Because he just, or not scratch, but leave him as the backup. Because I feel like he's affecting these games. And of course we win against the Coyotes. This is going to be a very, very interesting end to year number 2 here. The All-Star game just happened and Team Tarasenko beat Team Crosby 10-9. So that was very interesting. As we can't go back and look at it, but just take my word for it. As we can look at it right here, Team Tarasenko captured bragging rights after a 10-9 win over Team Crosby. And the MVP goes to Max Domi. Okay, so I've just set the tactics so that the players are very selective about their shots, meaning they're not going to shoot that often, meaning hopefully we'll lose some more games here because we really need that top pick. So let us continue to tank. All right, February 1st, player of the month is Morgan Klimchuk. Rookie of the month is Drake Batherson. Offensive player of the month is Alex Ovechkin. And defensive player of the month is Andrei Vasilevsky. Okay, so another thing I have just done in the tactics is I've set the tactics so that all the lines are very offensively minded and forecheck like crazy, but they don't shoot. So we'll see what that does. Those are some very interesting strategies, and we'll see what happens. We're trying any way possible here, boys. Trying any way possible. All right, so we are at the trade deadline now, and I don't think there's too many trades we can make because our average club salary is $55 million, and what is the cap floor? $55.4 million. So we're actually slightly below the floor, which I didn't even realize. So not going to be making any trades here at the trade deadline. We are, I believe, just going to move forward, but we will check the standings here, as we did trade James Neal to the Devils, and they're currently out of the playoffs. And what was the other pick we acquired? Let's see. It was the Flyers. Where are they? They are currently in 4th. So we have one lottery pick and one non-lottery pick, I suppose. So it's all good. Well, 2 lottery picks technically, including ours. So let's go through the rest of the season. All right. Player of the month is Jonathan Huberdeau. Rookie of the month, John Gillies. Offensive player of the month is Steven Stamkos. And defensive player of the month is Matt Murray. All right, so what I've decided to do here is scratch some of our better players, and I called up some of our minor league players: Tynan, Heika, Lindbergh, Polkinen, Duke. So hopefully this helps out with the tank. And yeah, let's keep going. Apparently Malcolm Subban is on waivers. I have no idea why. But okay. Oh, you know what it was? We tried going into that game with 4 goaltenders because I called up Dylan Ferguson as well. And I just remembered you can't have 4 goaltenders on the roster at once. You can have unlimited skaters, but you can't have 4. But no, you can't have 4 goaltenders, even if there's only 2 dressed. I don't know what that's about. If only I'd called up all those minor league players earlier. This seems to be working just fine. Yep. 32, 35, and 11 now. And it's almost April. Yeah, there you go. Another solid loss against the Blue Jackets. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. And we are in April now. So let's take a look at the players of the month. Player of the month is William Carrier. Rookie of the month is Philip Gustafson. Offensive player of the month is William Carrier. And defensive player of the month is Peter Mrazek. We'll worry about contracts later. And I believe the final scout ranks will appear if we simulate one more day. Yes, they will. So Victor Josephson is actually the top prospect now as opposed to Jack Hughes. So we have a new number 1. Oh my. Wow, that shot. 99, 89. But I don't like his physical category, so I don't know. If it were me, I think I would take Hughes. Yeah, I mean, he's got much better speed. Oh, yeah. I think he's got a lot higher of a ceiling as well. Because the physical category, I don't think, develops too much compared to, like, the technical category. So, but that'll be that. Let's get to the scouting page, and we will assign these guys to the draft. Marcinetti, entry draft. Come on. Intensive. There you go. And now we will also assign these guys to scout our team and our minor league team as well. Not that there's too many guys down there now. But, you know, may as well, because we're not paying him to sit around and do nothing. And let's see where we are in the league. We are in 13th with 75 points. We could drop down to 14th, but definitely not 15th. That's not possible at this point. So I want to give the Flower one more game because this might be his last stretch as a Golden Knight because his contract's coming up this year. And we barely played him, so I will give him one more game on the 7th against the... You know what? I'll give him the Flames because that's the last home game. We actually got to win against the Ducks. We definitely have to play Fleury now here because, once again, this might be his last game as a Golden Knight, depending on what happens in the offseason. And it is a 4-2 win, so good way to make it memorable, boys. And you know what? I'll give him the last game of the season as well. Why not? He deserves it. More than we deserve a first overall pick. There you go. Golden Knights win in OT. 35, 36, and 11 is our final record on year number 2. So I'll show you guys the stats real quick, and then we'll end it off because I have 45 minutes in the recording, so I have no idea how long this is going to be. Actually, whenever I cut everything out, it might end up being like 10 minutes, but I have a long recording file, so I need to end this right now as soon as we finish off the stats. William Karlsson with 61 points, much better season statistically this year than last year, but average rating still not where it needs to be. Jonathan Marchessault with 56 points, pretty solid average rating. It stayed relatively the same as what he was last year, especially given that he took a lot less shots this year, first of all, and also that he was playing in a different system this year with the all-out offense and no shot strategy. Riley Smith, really good season as well, 45 points, average rating of 7.25. Eric Howell, all right, hold on, let's sort here so it's a little less overwhelming. And Alex Tuck, 38 points, Carrier, 37 points, Eakin, 35, Leipzig, 26. Fashion 24, Wilson 23, Nosek 21 in 62 games. Kelleher with 18 in 79. Polkinen with 12 and 11. Oh, so that's pretty good, honestly. 7.36 for someone who was in the minors. Heinen with 8 points. Heiko with 4. Duke with 3. Lindbergh with 3. Mateau with nothing, and he did not even play. Defenseman Brandstrom with 31. Theodore with 31. Krug with 30. So hopefully that trade pays off for us in the future, and it looks like it already is. Average rating of 7.16. Miller with a 23-point season in 44 games played. Merrill with 18, minus 22. Schmidt, 15 points, even. And Marincin, 7 points, minus 24 in 47 games. And then we will check out goaltenders, check out the Flower. So he had 16 wins in 30 games played, save percentage of .899, 1 shutout, average rating of 727. Oscar Dansk played 56 games, 119, save percentage of .876, and had an average rating of 6.71. So that'll be it for this one. And we will end it off right here. So in the next one, we will, I guess, get straight to the draft. Bring that off here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.